Captain. On me.
Lois Lane. Yeah, she is. Welcome to Comics League Dark. I'm Jared. I'm here with Robert. What's up, man? And so we got some great trailers to talk about this week. All right, let's do the best one. So first off, I have the power. We're talking about the He-Man trailer, which looks dope as hell, man.
I did not expect it to be that hard.
I was concerned because I'm like a show about a buff, muscular barbarian. The Hollywood could screw this up so many different ways.
Okay, I want to get one thing out of the way. They did the smartest thing. If they were like, if we're gonna do a race bending of a character, we need an actor that people accept. And look what they did with Man Arm. Idris Elba. I have no complaints.
Idris Elba's the one dude that I barely ever see anyone complaining about race swapping because he's just such a great actor.
I don't remember even in Dark Tower.
Yeah, exactly. Or even when you deal with because technically Heimdall is a race swap, right?
Yep, that was another one.
Yeah, so but the part that really impressed me is that I like that they're going with the whole he was sent to our world to hide and then he comes back. And that's a good thing because here's the thing. And what's up, Rosallo and Tevia and Cameron? Here's the cool thing that they're doing with this. If they introduce it in our world first, if they started in our world and then slowly introduce the Masters of the Universe concepts and characters, that helps the overall audience, because again we're dealing with the general audience at this point. It helps the general audience latch on these concepts and get invested in it more than just we're in Eternia.
Yep, but I just hope he's not on Earth that long.
Well, yeah, because that is a concern. And
you'll get as we'll talk about tomorrow. You'll have the other Masters of the Universe movie.
Yeah, so likely. Wait, is JS joined for talk? Oh, just joined. We're talking about the new Masters of the Universe trailer that came out, the He-Man trailer.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't think I see. Here's the thing.
Wait, and Tevia, what didn't you like about it? Please explain. If it's just Leto, at least we don't see his face.
Yeah, it's not his face; it's his voice, and
unless they do Skeletor flashbacks.
Which, how long are those Skeletor flashbacks gonna be for? Probably not that long because he's Skeletor.
That's true. But
another thing, Skeletor looks freaking dope.
Oh, definitely.
See, this is what I love about this movie. They're embracing the craziness.
Now, I will say this. I do hope we get more other variation of Skeletor and not Skeletor. I mean, I like that voice. But I'm saying I hope we get one that's still much, much more serious and conniving, not Cobra Commander.
Kind of like the Netflix series, right?
More that or the DC Comics version or whatnot. Basically, I'll say it this way. I hope we get what Cobra Commander got in the G.I. Joe's movies compared to the 80s cartoon.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so let's talk about the elephant in the room.
80s cartoons really nerfed really good villains, didn't they? Shredder, Cobra, Skeletor.
Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit about that. The other part of the trailer that has the internet talking. It's that. So there was a shot of He-Man working in a human resource office, and he has his pronouns below the thing. Here's what people are forgetting about that. That's not like a woke thing because first off, he turns into a barbarian named He-Man. That's the first part. Second off,
they don't put those type of things on those names.
Yeah, I mean, but if they do, it's in a parenthesis after the name, and then below that is the job title. They don't put it immediately there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm like, guys, let's just, it's interesting when Ethan Van Sciver himself is even like, guys,
yeah,
this is a joke.
Exactly, it's just a joke.
I'm just like it's just sometimes. See, this is one of the many reasons why I never went all full in on the anti-woke crowd. Because here's the thing: A, don't attribute to malice what you can incompetence. That's how you can explain a lot of bad content. And B, that's a ticking time bomb of content, my friends. But the other thing, so back to this, and I like how they're weighing it. Tila looks great. All the characters are great. And I like how we got to see a little bit of He-Man because some trailers would hide that.
Right. Oh, by the way.
Yeah. Exactly.
By the way, I just realized something. Turns out, did you know there was a third writer on Wonder Woman 84? I bring that up because one of the writers on this movie is that writer.
Oh, God. Okay.
No.
One of them.
He co-wrote also Expendables, the first Expendables movie.
Okay.
He co-wrote Zombieland, the second one, the Mortal Kombat movie, Shang-Chi, Across the Spider-Verse, the Godzilla X Kong.
All right, so it's not. That's a lot of hits and misses, but it's not all bad. So there you go.
We also have Chris Butler, the guy who worked on Paranorman.
Not bad, but it's like I definitely, because again, it's like when I'm watching this and again, everything looks good. I wonder how much of this, particularly with like Skeletor, is like practical versus CGI because he looks too good to be CGI, to be all CGI. I'm like, what that? There's no way that's CGI.
Yep.
But I also like the way they do He-Man, because for those who don't know, He-Man is a giant jacked dude. But in this, they're like, yes, he's muscular and jacked, but it's like more on the leaner side, which I get it, because short of like digitally enhancing his body or like make him wear a muscle suit, this is the best that we can do.
Or two different actors.
Yeah, and they're just CGIing his face. But overall, it's like, okay, this is actually
who's directing it? It is Travis Knight, who Bumblebee's director.
Oh, hell yeah. That's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, Bumblebee's director. And that was his live action debut was Bumblebee. So, okay, I am completely excited, happy for that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, ooh.
Actually, this is his second live action movie.
If he's doing that, I'm like, okay. The minute you said Bumblebee, I'm like, okay, I'm good. All of my concerns have been addressed.
He also directed another movie coming out this year, Wildwood, which was a stop motion movie.
Okay, so but it's like he gets all that stuff, and then Legion says Dolph looked great as He-Man. This guy also looks great as He-Man. Zero complaints from me. Looks like a total blast. I'm excited. Yeah, exactly. It looks so dope.
And I'll say this: at least they're keeping the Adam thing, unlike the Dolph one, where where basically, and it's been stated in other cases, he sacrificed being Adam to be He-Man full time. We just never heard that part.
Yeah, and the other thing that I really love about this, because I first became aware of He-Man from the 2003 cartoon, and this looks like a mix of that and the classic. So I'm like, I'm all cool with that. My one complaint is I would have actually liked to see Battle Cat like in Battle Cat.
Oh, great! Yeah, but I think that's something they really want to save for the main trailer.
Yeah, because that's going to be the trailer shot's going to be He-Man on the Battle Cat with the sword pointing in the sky.
By the way, when you mentioned Bumblebee, remember who wrote that movie?
Yeah, I know. So Christina Hodson is writing that. That's another topic we need to talk about is the Batman writer, but we'll talk about that in a second. But overall, yeah, I am hyped about this. This actually looks really good.
Yeah, it does. And also,
again, Battle Cat from a CGI perspective looks pretty decent.
By the way, we don't know if Orko is going to be in this Tevia because he's not a requirement character, and even then he'd be 1 CGI and 2 comic relief.
Yeah, and I think that nowadays, because people are complaining about jokes, the CGI thing, I mean, the comic relief thing is not necessarily the thing that people want to weigh in on.
By the way, the other thing I do like is that they're still keeping the whole Queen Marlena was an ex-astronaut. You got to remember, she was an astronaut.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
She came from Earth. Remember, Adam and Adora have always been half Earthling.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, because that's always what it was. Marlena was always from Earth. Why do you think Earth got involved in Master of the Universe versus the DC Universe? Because Marlena was sent there
Twice.
Well, yeah, you know, twice, both times. But because it was his mother's planet.
Actually, it was the original. Any comics where there's no Adam, just He-Man. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying though, in the context of that movie, the Master of the Universe movie, it was then stated he was Adam, but he quit being Adam. He sacrificed being Adam to be He-Man full time because of how long the war went.
So he's like pre-crisis Superman, essentially.
Well, no, I mean there was an actual sacrifice, as in when he transformed, it was a permanent transformation.
Kind of like in season 2 of the cartoon on Netflix, kind of. I mean, they haven't really like waited on if he's Adam all the time now, but still.
It's more the New Adventures of He-Man where that happened.
Okay.
That goofier one that took him into space.
Okay. Space. Yeah, I know.
I thought
that's such a great meme.
Did you take that clip? Did you take that clip? I sent it to you. Remember?
I haven't added it yet. I need to. Yes, Skeletor looks great. So, and he says similar to Shazam, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. There was always the Shazam. Now, the original '80s. Here's what happened with the original '80s cartoon. Because the toy molds, they were not able to do the different things, so they had to have Adam and He-Man be identical. That's what led to the cartoon, which is why so many people are like, wait a second. It's like, well, because in universe, you're supposed to assume Adam is not as jacked as He-Man on all those clothes. He's actually supposed to be a lanky teenager. But again, they wanted to match the toys. That's why Adam.
Luckily, 2003 cartoon, they
got it right.
They got it right. He's like a smaller, like more like meek-ish, and it's like by the power of Grayskull, he turns into a jack barbarian.
And they went with different actors too.
Yeah, I love that. I actually had the action figure that when you press his hip, he would say, "I have the power."
Yeah, but like I said, but that was the thing. But that's the reason why so many people keep on thinking, "Oh, why does he look so weak?" It's like Adam is supposed to be weak because here that was the biggest thing. Like, wait a minute, how can no one tell? Because Adam was never meant to be just equally buffed under all that.
Yeah, exactly. And then Legion says the pink shirt that this guy's worked so well in Eternia. Yeah, exactly. Which, I'm really excited because I've always loved He-Man. It's one of those properties that I wish got more stuff, particularly nowadays with like sword and sorcery and stuff.
And I'll say this: it was because of all that backlash with Revelation that got you to be more outspoken and stop and no longer just sit on the sidelines.
Really?
Because I was calling out these people saying, "Did you guys even watch He-Man?"
Yeah, it's one of those occasions where when that was coming out, I admit I was like taken up by everyone saying, "Oh, it's awful. This happens. I watched the show, and then it's like none of this happens. What are you guys talking about?
Oh, dude, get this.
What?
You know, I just read in the on the character stuff.
What?
For Evelyn, a dastardly sorceress who betrayed Eternia for Skeletor's cause. On Earth, she poses as Adam's former college professor and mentor, and she goes by Evelyn Powers.
I like that.
I like that.
That works really well. I like that one.
And I also like, Adam on Earth. He goes by Adam Glenn. That's his mother's maiden name.
Okay, that works. I like that a lot. And I like where in the trailer they're like, your obsession with swords and magic is not appropriate for a human resource person. Or when he's in the He-Man store and he's trying to take the sword out, he goes, sir, you can't do that. It's okay, it's my sword.
I'm like, he's going to get arrested.
There'll be an arrest, and then watch what'll happen. Here's my prediction. He'll be arrested, then Tila will break him out and say, you need to come with me.
Yeah, or like, Tila! Because we know there's no mind erasing. That would have been the most annoying part.
Because he remembers Eternia, so yeah.
Yeah, because he was sent there at a young age. We don't know how long he's been on Earth, but, you know.
If I were going by eyeballing it, I would say probably 10 to 15 years max.
Oh, he's like 20 years later. He was sent to Earth at 10 years, so he's now 30. So old enough to remember.
That makes sense. I like that. But yeah, overall, it looks freaking dope. Oh, yeah, and Ted also brings up the CGI He-Man show that came out of nowhere, but ends up being awesome.
Yep.
And
again, the casting looks really good. I mean, this Nicholas guy, He's actually been in a couple of things, but not major.
And the Tila actress looks like Tila.
Camila Mendez. That's from Veronica from Riverdale.
Yep, exactly. Oh, the show where they turned everyone into superheroes.
In one episode, not the whole show.
I had to. But yeah, so that was really good. Overall, the trailer has me really hyped. I'm like, I'm very much going to go see this probably multiple times, and we'll review it for Comics League. And yes, tomorrow is for movie night. We're talking about the original movie. So let's transition to another topic. Let's do some solicitations.
Yep.
Let's do this. So we're gonna go through DC's and Marvel solicits for April 2026. You want to do DC or Marvel first?
Who you're talking to? DC, of course, DC first.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked that. I don't know why. Sorry for my dumb question.
I know. I was like, who are you talking to? Seriously?
Well, here's the thing, Robert. What channel are we on?
Exactly. Oh, you using AIPT? I always use comic releases.
Same thing. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, we got Zatanna's getting a book again by Jamal Campbell. Of course.
Of course.
That book did too well for them not to do multiple Zatanna books.
Exactly.
Can I say, I am very happy that Zatanna is finally getting the resurgence that she deserves, because she's a fantastic character.
And it was well earned. 2 different minis reached and stayed in the top 10. And everyone's just like, wait, really?
The other thing that this did, and Hunter, we'll talk about the Lobo trailer later. Here's the thing about this, Robert. This proves it's not the characters, it's the writers.
No, I think it was also the character at the same time, because you had 2 different writers. You had Mariko Tamaki, and then you had Jamal Campbell.
Oh, that's true. But it's like, if you have a good enough story, you can make any. I mean, I wouldn't say Zatanna's like a D-list character. She's a B-list. I would say B-list. But it takes a lot. It takes a great story to elevate that character, because that book had fantastic word of mouth. I tried it out. It's amazing.
Both of them were amazing. Both of them were.
So we also have Firestorm. Okay, so we're getting these are the next level books. Jeff Lemire doing Fury of Firestorm.
Yep, I am curious on where that is going. I doubt he's going to tell you anything from Doomsday Clock.
Most likely not, I would imagine. Batwoman by Greg Rucka, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's the continuation of like his previous series. So I'm like, oh, that works really well. Deathstroke, this is already on my poll list, ladies and gents, because hell yeah.
By the way, just to make it clear with Batwoman, he will probably honor J.H. Williams' stuff.
Well, yeah, because J.H. Williams was the artist on his stuff.
Now, from the looks of it, though, with the solicitation, do you think he's going to try and reverse what Tynion did to Jacob Kane?
You mean the whole he's a bad guy thing?
Yeah, because why Ellsworth says, but can her father reach her?
I would say so.
I think he's trying to reverse it.
I would say so, because I didn't like that either. I liked the Detective Comics run at the time, because I thought it was kind of cool. You had Clayface being a good guy now. That's really interesting.
I would say though, but what Tynion did though, it made sense when you look how Jacob was handled.
You could easily repair that, because you could make it where he was just going off because he was scared and figured that, hey, a legion of Batman would be able to protect the world really well. So it's like, okay, I can buy that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Deathstroke looks great.
Yes, finally, my boy is getting a book. So long. It's been 85 years.
Batman Inc. and the Deathstroke Inc. wasn't that long ago.
No, but I'm making a joke about it, and like it's been so long since a Deathstroke book. We also have Lobo by
Scotty. I hate fairy tales young.
And Jorge Corona doing the art. Corona from Transformers. Corona is the artist I would trust with a Lobo book. Like, oh my god. And then, okay, this is the one that was announced today that I'm like really surprised. So it's art and cover by Jim. So Jim Chung is also doing the art on this. So actually interesting.
And here's Jim is just like Jim Lee. Jim Chung is agent, or anyone's trying to make all these complaints about him. Why are these people working with him then?
So Batman, Wonder Woman, Truth. The solicitation says Batman and Wonder Woman team up for a classic caper brought to you by Superstar Talent, whatever. The Lasso of Truth has been stolen again, and the Cape Crusader and Amazonian Princess race to save it. So far, the only complaints that I've really heard about is like another Batman team up.
Well, so it's an aftermath of Hush, so
it's an aftermath of Hush, but I'm like, okay. The other part that I can see people complaining about, the people that don't read the book, is, oh, he's putting Joker and Harley Quinn back together. And I'm like, that's
we don't know what's playing out.
We know he's playing out, but I'm like, okay, that's cool. And you know what? It's another alternative for people that don't like Tom King's Wonder Woman. So I'm all about like him or hate him. I'm all about alternative books so people that don't like him can still read good Wonder Woman. And Jeff Loeb, I did enjoy his writing of Wonder Woman in the Supergirl book. So I'm not gonna like say he's a horrible Wonder Woman.
And in Superman Batman.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that too. I'm saying both. Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not that bad. Absolute Batman 19, where you see Absolute Scarecrow.
Oh, wait, where's Bizarro? Where's Bizarro?
It's probably lower. It's probably lower in this.
All right, because that just felt a little weird.
Absolute Batman looks pretty good. It's Absolute Batman. It's gonna be fun. And Absolute Scarecrow looks pretty good.
Yep.
Absolute Superman.
Okay. This has caused some more people getting annoyed.
Well, it's like he's not using Superman villains, but the funny part, they literally says, a new episode will change the hierarchy of power. For those that don't know, that was the marketing campaign for the Black Adam movie where The Rock would probably say.
I gotta say, where do you think, like, do you think this whole notion of it's another universe is acceptable? Do you think he's kind of pushing it now?
Honestly, I do feel like inevitably it's an alternate universe, you can do whatever you want, will start to get old soon, because the thing is, the more that they try and bring in, like, the more
Aaron's the only one doing it. Aaron's the only one doing it.
And real quick.
Flame on. How's everybody doing tonight?
Quick question before we continue on. What did you think of the Masters of the Universe, Jay Heat? The trailer?
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by the trailer. The trailer itself is good, but as a live action movie, it's hit or miss for me, because this could go either really good or really bad. There is no in between. I'm gonna play it safe.
I think the one advantage is Adam is sent there at 10 years old, but clearly he still remembers everything. So we're not getting the whole, we're going to have to tell him what happened. It's like, no, he's already there knowing everything. I think that's the advantage. We're not going to get the same old.
So, Jay Heat, are you excited that the hierarchy of power in the absolute universe is about to change?
Okay, so what's with the Black Adam pun?
No, because absolute Black Adam is showing up in Absolute Superman.
Oh.
And they say that line at the end.
Here's the thing about it, Jay, and Robert and I were just talking about this. It's like, look, I get that, like, there are a lot of absolute characters they want to bring in, but maybe in Absolute Superman, you bring in Superman villains. I mean, Wonder Woman is doing that. Batman's doing that.
So far, all we have is Brainiac.
Superman is the only one where it's like he's bringing other people's villains, and I'm like, I get that it's an alternate universe, so you can do that. I just wish you could do more with, like, I would like the Absolute Zod, maybe Absolute Mongol or something like that.
The fact is, like, he's only gonna have Absolute Lex show up, but he wasn't even the one who established it. Bro, we all know that could have been orders to do it.
What do you think, Jay Heat?
I mean, I get where you're coming from, because that's the appeal. Because I feel like they're trying to go with more global villains than anything else, or something that are known to be. Yeah, because Wonder Woman is magic, Batman is grounded, and Superman and Absolute Superman is global. I feel like that's the trifecta they're going with.
That makes sense when you think about it. So it's like, I get it. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, I just enjoy reading Absolute Superman, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's like, I do understand people's criticism of it, is my point.
Yeah,
exactly.
And we're having King Shazam. I'm curious on what that's going to mean.
That's weird. So then we get Absolute Martian Manhunter. Speaking of weird, but it's Martian Manhunter's the book, the absolute book that really puzzles me, because whenever I read it, I'm like, I always find myself saying, okay, what happened? And it's almost like Camp is like wants you to reread it multiple times to get it, which I get it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but you can't expect the audience to do that.
Right. But I think that's why they know they didn't change. They just changed it to a 12 issue, and I probably have no intention on going beyond it.
Yeah, it's like, all right, fine. And you know what? If you're proud of that storyline, totally fine. I enjoy it. None of these Absolute books are horrible, in my opinion. I'm like, okay, it's like each one has their own thing. Absolute Martian Manhunter, I like it. It's the Absolute book I like the least, but I still like it, if that makes sense.
I would say, in terms of overall reception, Absolute Martian Manhunter is the weakest out of the line.
Yeah,
with Green Lantern as a very close second.
I would say, in terms of weakest, yeah, I would say that's about true. I mean, I still love Absolute Green Lantern. I think it's awesome, but
it's good. Don't get me wrong, but compared to the Trinity,
oh yeah, that's quite the comparison. Speaking of Trinity, Absolute Wonder Woman, she's going to use the blue lasso this time, the Troika lasso. And I forget exactly what it says. The Troika lasso leaves you changed. And by the way, look at these kick-ass covers. Like, aha!
And they're about to bring in Troika.
That's my favorite cover right there. Every time Absolute Wonder Woman does something, it's amazing. Even the Batman crossover was dope.
Yep.
I'm like, Absolute Green Lantern, and we see like Absolute Tomar Ray. And I gotta say, having Joe be the protagonist of Absolute Green Lantern is actually working out pretty well, I would say.
It has, but
she was the safest bet.
But it's been the sluggish.
Yeah, it is the sluggish one. I'm like, get to Sinestro. They keep pushing Sinestro, and I'm like, get to the point.
And though, we're still not showing exactly 100% how this universe's Green Lantern car work. We're just been giving spoon-fed, like a little by little.
And I'm like, you got to give us a little more. And Tevi asked, who's Troika? More on that in a second. Absolute Flash. Absolute Flash has also been pretty decent, I will say. It's not my favorite, but it's like, okay.
It's a slow burn, but it's growing. It's growing.
Not as slow, though, as Green Lantern.
So you're telling me the Absolute Flash book is a slow burn?
Yeah, it's still moving at a better pace. I think between the two of them, Absolute Flash is starting to catch up to where Batman and the Trinity were.
Are you catching my joke?
Yes, I know.
There you go. I had to make that joke. So we get Poison Ivy being the mayor of Gotham and Batman. I like that. That's a fantastic idea for the character. Like, fantastic. You're doing new stuff.
I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Fraction's run right now, but I'd read this for Green Lantern. A Batman Alan Scott team up. I'd read this comic.
But it is showing though that Vandal Savage is still the commissioner.
So then we have Nightwing 137 by Dan Waters. I'm not really a Nightwing reader that much, so it's like it's anyone's.
But Dennis Gawando taking over is still a good choice.
Yeah, I agree, because compared to the and I use this term very loosely, glazing of the Tom Taylor run and the god awful Rick Grayson saga. Dan Waters' run is an improvement, but it definitely drags in places.
All right, Jay Heat, you said
roll the clip. I know. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I got it.
Why did you say that name?
I got
it. And caveat: we don't know where Gordon is. By now, we don't know where Gordon is. He's still off the board.
Yeah. So then we get to Catwoman. Catwoman is really good. If you guys are not reading Catwoman, read it.
Did we go over Detective? Did we go
it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, okay. It is?
Yeah. And then we got Batgirls. I read a couple of issues of this. It's okay. It's not my favorite.
I'm surprised they killed off Lady Shiva. Like, I was surprised from that.
Yeah, she'll be back. You know she will.
She'll be back. It's comics. Then we got Superman 37 of I love the image, the cover, by the way, of Superboy Prime in a comic book store. And I'm like, oh, they should make his day job. He's a comic book store worker. That would be hilarious.
My only concern with this, is this. They're going to make Superboy Prime DC's Deadpool, to where he's just constantly breaking the fourth wall and quickly left and right.
I don't think he's going to, because here's the thing. I don't think he's going to be talking to the audience. He's going to be more like Gwen Willow minus the fourth wall breaking. Constantly acknowledging.
Like how he said, don't tell Dan Jurgens.
Yeah, stuff like that. He's making references because he's a comic nerd, but he's not going to be. But I do like also, there's going to be so many heroes who don't trust him.
And he has to be like the Superman. So it's like, that's actually a really compelling storyline. Then we get, oh boy.
Okay.
Superman Unlimited 12. Sorry, Tavia, but what's happening in these covers is not what you think it is.
It's not what you think.
So what it is, Robert, please explain.
From what we've heard, from what Dan Slott has teased, it's not known 100% certain which one of these is the prime John. We have Tomorrow Man, who is John Kent, and he's just a little boy. So Tomorrow Man is the kid John, not adult John.
And anything Dan Slott says on social media, take that as trolling, because he does that. He enjoys to troll the fan base. You know what? That's your style. That's totally fine. But don't take everything he says 100% seriously.
Hey, I said here, Tomorrow Man has a shocking surprise for Lois Lane. He's not. His name is John Kent, and he's just a little boy. So in other words, and given that cover, show that cover, the main cover. Look at that look. You really think that's the John Kent you want running around?
Yeah, wait, but the cover shows both of them. Yeah, but it's time. It's Robert. Please explain this.
Time displaced.
Time displacement, and it's probably a case of again.
Before you say anything, they're likely not going to have him stay in the main timeline.
They won't commit to it, Tevia.
It said there, little Superboy lost.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go back by the end of all this, dude.
Yeah, so it's because again, like I've said many times before, they're not going to get rid of adult John.
I will say this,
they're not going to have both.
John taking on the name of Tomorrow Man, that's a good name.
Man of Tomorrow. Honestly, I could see this being where he adopts Tomorrow Man as his main title, and I'm like, that works.
And that outfit is good.
Yeah, it's an actual pretty cool outfit. It's different.
It's like Flamebird.
Scion is also a good choice.
I know, right? It's almost like two very genius young men that run YouTube channels came up with that. But what do we know? So then
Tevia, I would just say this. Wait until the story's either done in solicitations or the story gets started before you jump the gun and act like, victory, I win.
So then we get to Supergirl, which... I need to jump on this book. I need to jump on this book because I've heard such good things about it.
Yep, it is. I told you.
And I love the cyborg Supergirl cover. That just looks so cool.
Because remember, her father being a cyborg Superman is canon. Again, they haven't clarified it, but my little headcanon is that that's his corpse from New Krypton.
Yeah, exactly. So then we get to Action Comics, which it looks like, speaking of time travel, John, Booster, and Mary Marvel go back in time. And I'm like,
I love that.
That's a cool idea to do some team ups in there. Then we get Detective. We get, is this Detective? There's a lot of covers. Oh, Justice League Unlimited, where it has, so a lot of different heroes are joining the league. It looks like Nubia, because Superman is like, messing after KO. I don't know why, but we'll see what happens with that.
But some of the villains are possibly joining.
Which I'm like, they've done that before, and I gotta say, I do enjoy that like idea. That's cool.
Now
then we have Justice League Intergalactic Special by Jazia Axelrod and Nicole Maine.
Now this was teased as a mini. Do you think this is either a lead into it, or do you think they just condensed it down?
I think they condensed it down to a one shot. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, also, I do think we went past Detective, dude. I'm starting to think, because otherwise it should have been there.
We'll see. No, actually, Detective is next.
You sure? All right.
But yeah, it's like, I do think it was like condensed, and it's like, all right, fine, but it's like, I would have liked more, but it's like, it's kind of funny how books that feature the character Galaxy aren't meant for this world for that long. Interesting. So then, told you, Detective.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'm not used to them doing that. That's a weird out of order.
I wish they did. They did an alphabetical order. I'll give you that. So Batman's teaming up with Dinah and Ollie. Okay, pretty cool. And
not gonna lie, I kind of fell off Detective after the Daughter of Joe Chill arc. I just wasn't a fan of it.
All right.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, here's the part that I really want to talk about. So the Wonder War. So this involves. So according to Solicit, everyone dies except Trinity. This is in keeping with my prediction. So my prediction of how this Wonder War thing is going to go, and assuming this is the final arc of King's Wonder Woman. Again, I could be wrong on this, but that's why it's just my prediction fan theory. I want to be very clear about this.
A comic theory.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. The theory is Trinity can't beat Matriarch. Like, she's so powerful. Like, she kills Diana and she kills John. She kills Damien. Sorry, Tevia. So essentially, Trinity has to go back in time to stop this whole thing from happening. So now it depends on how far back and what they do with the time traveling stuff. Could be they go back and stop Emily from attacking the bar, and that leads to like none of this happens. Or here's the other thing: Trinity goes back in time to stop Emily from being shot in the head.
That could be it.
That would be it, because then it's like, okay, she didn't have a mother, that's why. So
and that'll be just enough to change things slightly without undoing her birth.
We'll see. Either way, let me put it this way, either one of those is equally likely. Honestly, if they're gonna use time travel, again, I could see either one of those working. But I'll start with Jay Heat. What do you think?
I mean, that theory isn't too far off. Like I said, if you're gonna make a mini Days of Future Past with it, that's actually not a bad idea. But as for Trinity herself, I mean, again, we don't really know a whole lot about her outside of the backups, which just feels more like Super Sons revamps than anything. It's not that Trinity's not a bad character. It's just we haven't really shown. We just haven't really shown much of a personality.
Which that is the concern for this, because this is gonna be all adult Trinity, and because Robert and I talk about Trinity, it feels like every single goddamn day, but a lot of the times when we talk about it, and Robert's talked to his comic book store owner about it, is that like the thing about Trinity is like, outside of the Super Son stuff and the young Trinity, not a lot of people know a lot about the adult Trinity because she hasn't been used that much. This is the time where you're going to throw it in there. And King has said he got her voice right. So now, is that him BSing to try and like get more people to read it? Could be, but I will say it's ballsy to go with the version that has the most like negative attention. What you want to say, Robert?
I was saying, yes, Tevye has mental like crosses. There's plenty of swords that do look like crosses. Why do you think there's some cases of a warrior falls, they put the sword as their gravestone marker?
Yeah, it was like even in the 2004 King Arthur movie, they did this. And honestly,
they've done that plenty of times.
Honestly, pretty cool. And I will say, I do like the way this cover's done, mostly because look at Diana. She doesn't have the stupid braid. I'm sorry, I hate that braid so much.
And hey, here's something else. If Damien and John also died, this could be a case of Trinity finally breaking down.
We'll see, but it's like so. My theory about this is like everyone's going to die. Everybody dies. The end. No, but we'll see what happens with this. And it's like, and remember, the Wonder War arc is 31 to 39 ish. So it's like
it's roughly 8 issues.
Yeah. So and this is only issue 2 of that arc. So it's like there's a lot to happen. So we'll see what happens. So then we have Harley Quinn. Okay,
why is it still going?
Okay, I will say.
Okay, that's funny. That's a little funny. Come on.
That's good. That's good. I'm not gonna bash this. This is a good cover.
Yep.
As for the Harley Quinn book, I'm like, I'm not really interested. It's not for me. So then we have Poison Ivy teaming up with Catwoman. Interesting.
Yep. The Mayor Ivy.
I added this to my poll list. I'm so excited. Then we have Harley and Ivy, Life of Crimes, number 5. Interesting. It's
still filling in the gaps.
Yep. So it's like, and apparently it takes place during New 52-ish, but we'll see what that.
I think some points of it are.
Then we have Book of L number 8. You know what? I'm glad PKJ is getting to complete his story. I'm fine with that.
Yep. I was actually fan requested on that. Do we have any announcements? Anything about like the they were in World War Saga, Orthra?
They're basically in this. They're part of this story. They haven't returned yet, from what I saw. And full disclosure, I dropped this from my poll list just because I had to trim it a little bit.
Now I still say this. After this is done, they're probably going to be utilized more. My guess is they were held off because they didn't want to derail anything with PKJ working on this.
So then we get World's Finest 50.
Dan Moore returns for one more issue.
Look at that cover. That's such a good cover. Oh my god.
And even have a Weird Al cover. Again, another celebrity cover.
Those celebrity covers are kind of are enjoyable. I like those.
Although, you know what someone said? Like, it's weird seeing Dan Moore do an Al cover. Someone said he's using AI because it's A-L, but it looks like an I.
That's good. Here's Bizarro for you, Robert. Bizarro Year One.
Year None.
Year None, yeah. By Kevin Smith. Oh, interesting.
Yep, and I'm curious on this one.
That looks so. It's essentially this and Bizarro got started. Okay, so they're writing this
opposite speak.
Thing.
It's opposite speak.
Okay, so it's like Bizarro is essentially taking place after the first appearance thing.
Yeah,
I like that. So then you get Green Lantern. So again, Jeremy, I'm still on Green Lantern. Thank God, because it's God tier. And so apparently, what this is doing is now. I imagine that what's going to happen is Hal and Carol are going to get married, go on their honeymoon for a vacation, and then Kyle Rayner is going to take the lead in the book. And they gave him another unique costume.
Right. And by the way, but it's loosely based off of his main costume, of course. But I do love, of course, no, please don't tell us Jeremy's bringing back Omega Bam Man.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get...
apparently John is taken over by Parallax.
Oh, that is dope. I love that. And we're getting more of Atrocitus. This is just really good. I love Green Lantern. And it's one of Britt's favorite books. What do you want to say, Jay?
I'll admit I wasn't a fan of the retro 90s vibe with all these callbacks and major status quo changes. John getting possessed by Parallax notwithstanding. But I'll admit some of them are actually, if executed well, could really spike up the numbers and turn things around.
My one big complaint was they do all this stuff by bringing in a Cap MOTU, and then she's put in a science cell just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Never mind.
So then we get Flash.
I am still curious if Ryan Norris can do this well.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll be interested in checking it out. I may not add this to my pull list yet, but because it's like I'm kind of trying to see if I really want to get into Flash, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get to Aquaman. This has been incredible.
Emperor Aquaman.
Look at that cover of Mira. My God.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, we're talking about covers. Have you heard that Art Germ has been having to defend himself by showing off his pencils because people think he uses AI, and there's still people thinking he's faking it?
Why? Because it looks 3D.
Because a lot of AI artwork takes a lot of the basis of his coloring.
That's purely circumstantial. Because
here's the thing: there's enough evidence in the past that that's not true.
And again, he showed off his pencils, and that there are people who feel like, nope, don't believe it.
What do you want to say, Jay?
I was just saying that usually with AI prompts, they take what's already existing.
Mm-hmm.
So if his work is being confused with AI prompts, that just means that he has a very simplistic style in terms of his line art. That's really all that means.
It's the coloring that makes it pop.
And Jargon brings up that I'm the opposite on Kyle Rayner taking over. I came to Green Lantern to read a Hal Jordan book. Him being removed is making me consider dropping it. Don't drop it because it's likely just temporary. It's not going to be for that long. And it's like, let me this way. Hal had like how many issues of Hal Jordan? Like a lot. So it's like, give it a shot. I think you might enjoy it. So then we get JSA Year One, which I've heard is pretty good.
It's wrapping up here. So it was only a 6-issue arc.
Okay, that makes sense. And then Titans.
Also, proving Stephanie isn't one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yeah.
Huh.
Stephanie Brown. She's in one of the covers.
And they're bringing in a new Titans team.
But you also see Stephanie, Yara, and John.
Mm-hmm. Is that Grid?
What?
Yep.
That looks like Grid.
I think it is. I think Cyborg's able to turn into Grid, I think.
Oh, that is dope.
Oh, wait, there's Kid Devil with Neron.
Oh, okay.
You could.
What the heck is going on there?
I'll probably have to check that out. So then we have Swamp Thing by Rick Veitch.
Rest in peace.
And then it's a reprint and stuff.
It's his Jesus story.
Oh, dope. Then we have End of Life by Carl Starks. These are probably all the Vertigo books.
Yep.
I'll give you that. So Vertigo, Bleeding Hearts, whatever, going down, and there's like a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, then there's Sirens, which I just to keep reminding you, J.E., it's not a Valentine's Day book.
Well, obviously now, because I thought it was a Valentine's Day one shot when I originally said that.
Yep.
Batman Beyond and Static, interesting.
Yep.
How is the Batman Arrow Question Arcadia book? Good?
Really good.
It's really good.
I need to check that out then. I really need to check that out then.
I'm surprised this miniseries was monthly. This easily could have gone bi-weekly.
And yes, Jargon, it's being written by the same guy. He really respects Green Lantern. I would still keep.
No. He's talking about Zatanna. He's talking about Zatanna.
Is he? Oh yeah. Do you guys? Did any of you guys read it? Yes, I did. It's really good.
It is really good. But and I gotta say this, Jamal was clearly continuing off of Paul Dini's run.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Mad Magazine doing a joke about DC. Featuring 0 jokes about Hush 2 being late. Oh my god.
But Zdarsky's involved.
There you go. That's great. I love that. Mad about DC. Dark Knight Returns facsimile. Interesting. Jimmy Olsen one. Batman Superman. So these are all the facsimile editions. Man of Steel #1. Superman eating a bunch of burgers. Okay. Supergirl, The World. Interesting.
Given the movie coming out, I'm not surprised they went with that one.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have Orion, and didn't it looks like
that's
it's a follow-up to the Barda book.
Yeah, to the Barda book. Yeah, which I think they're trying to follow in with the Beast Boy and Raven ones. They're trying to be similar to that.
Yeah, and then we have a Lex Luthor, a kid Lex Luthor graphic novel, which I'm like, okay. Then we have all these graphic novels, and then all the trades for this, which pretty dope. And Jarg says the only post DC KO book I'll probably in for is Legion of Superheroes, but I'm guessing that's not coming till May.
Yeah, not till May.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's like some people are bringing up other books that have been people say, oh, I guess they dropped Absolute Catwoman and Green Arrow. Like, no, they already said it won't be till May.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tevye, no, they never ended the young adult novels. It's just been slowed down.
An absolute Gotham by Gaslight. If there's ever a book that deserves an absolute edition,
it's both, and it does both that and Master of the Future.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Scroll up for a second. Well, that's what I'm talking about. DC versus Vampires. World War V was probably the only time you could feel the plot was actually progressing.
Except, well, I would say this. It felt that way after they paused it and then went on hiatus to try and figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure if I read it in its entirety, I'd have a better opinion of it. But during circulation, the delays were so annoying.
It was.
Yeah, exactly. So then we have Compacts.
They're so good.
Yes, I need this.
More Supergirl. Yep, more Peter David Supergirl.
More of these. I gotta say this is great. The deluxe edition of it. I need this because I love World's Finest. It's so good. Yep. I'll probably end up pre-ordering this. Batman Detective Comics New 52 on the bus. I didn't
and Supergirl. Supergirl's Game Volume 2.
Legends Omni Camelot. Dark Crisis Omnibus. That was inevitable. I may pick this one up. JLA Bronze Age. Meh. Yep, there you go. I'm getting this. I need Supergirl.
Yeah, Volume 2.
I already have the first one, so I need that. Superman Brainiac Reborn Omni. Interesting.
But that's actually from more of the post-crisis.
Ram V. Perkins. All right, so let's do this. Let's do Marvel.
Oh, we're doing both. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing both.
Okay, so it looks like that Brainiac Reborn, it's the second Triangle era omnibus.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. All right.
That's what it said. It said immediately before. So this is what's before. So they're collecting all the stuff that wasn't in the Triangle numbers.
All right, cool. So we have Spider-Man, Superman, which they have some very interesting stuff going on with this. By the way,
still not a fan of it being Brad Meltzer writing the main story. Nothing against Brad, but.
Yeah, by the way, Cyborg Superman and Cyborg Spider-Man. Yes, that's you know they had to do that. This is the one that's got me both delighted and a little concerned. Delighted because Russell Dauterman is drawing Wonder Woman finally. Concerned because it's Jason Aaron writing Wonder Woman.
Yep.
And if you're gonna do a Wonder Woman X Marvel team up, there really should only be two options: either Wonder Woman Captain America story or a Wonder Woman and Storm story.
Why Captain America though?
Yeah, because of a backup.
Okay.
Now I still say this: we still don't know which Superman is teaming up with Miles because there's two different covers.
Yeah, I'll give you that. So we'll see on that. So let's see if they tell you anything about that.
I don't think any of the prompts tell you. Hold on.
No, they don't. No, in fact, these are more trimmed off than what we saw in the main announcement.
Yeah. So then we get Ultimate Wolverine, which Ultimate Wolverine's been built. Final issue. I know I'm gonna miss this thing. The Ultimates. Again, pretty.
Okay. Full disclosure. This full confession time on me. Blaze confession. Probably the only time you'll ever see it on this channel.
Oh boy.
I was intrigued by the new Ultimate. I just wanted to see what it was about. So I at least picked up one Marvel comic. Well, two. I picked up Ultimates and I picked up Ultimate Wolverine.
How could you?
And hey, Ultimate Wolverine actually has a skin now in Rivals.
I know, right? Winter Soldier, baby. Ultimate Endgame. I read the first issue of it.
And I read one issue of Ultimate Spider-Man and okay, this book is mostly fan service for everyone who was pissed off from Nick Spencer. I'm not going to discredit anybody enjoying it, but I can at least.
Can I say, Ultimate Comics lampooning the MCU posters is a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to ruin this cover for anyone, but why does this look like the Avengers 2017 game roster?
That's the reason. They're using this to parody the actual MCU covers.
Okay.
Then we get Ultimate Universe finale. No. Then we have Venom, which
we have Death Spiral still going on.
Yeah, it's more of that. So then we have Spider-Man.
Which again, still part of Death Spiral.
I do like this cover though. And Ed McGuinness on art. That's interesting.
Yep, but again, this whole Death Spiral thing, I will say, I am at least curious on the concept that hello.
Look who's riding Venom!
Charles Sinclair.
But probably because Al Ewing could not do 2 issues in 1 month.
My bro, my man, yes.
But as I was saying, though,
yeah,
I do feel that the general concept that Carnage has finally found out Peter's identity and he's playing off of it is intriguing.
I just wish they did more with it. And then here's, I do like this design of Spider-Man and Carnage mix. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Then we get to Spider-Versity. So I guess it's like dorm college Spider-Man stuff, which I'm like.
It says here that Norman is going and Spider-Woman are going to be teaching the younger group because they're not ready. Now the base say Miles isn't ready. Oh boy.
Oh, that's gonna turn out well.
They say Miles, Spider-Gwen, Silk, Eternia.
Don't let Twitter hear you say that.
Have one thing in common. They aren't ready. So of course, Norman and Spider-Woman are gonna have to train them.
So then we have Captain Marvel, Dark Past. This looks really good.
I'm just glad to see the
Paul Jenkins. Yeah.
I'm just glad to see the Miss Marvel suit again. I'll say it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm getting that cover.
That version of her popped up in Battle World.
Yeah, exactly. Then we got Wonder Man, which is the show is coming out. So
yeah, that's the only reason it's getting a title. Let's be honest.
Sentry. Oh hell yeah, my boy.
Wait, didn't they do a story a few years ago where they turned Sentry into essentially Captain Marvel, where it was the power was split between multiple people, including
and then they undid that.
Okay.
Well, they're going. Well, we don't know for certain.
We'll definitely see what happens with that, but I'm just glad that he's coming back. Thank you, MCU. The Eternals
50th anniversary.
Yep, that's interesting. Web of Venom, which is trying to do more with Venom looking like Spidey.
I'm like, okay, but it's interesting. Spider-Man books, except for Ultimate Spider-Man, really isn't my thing. Doom 2099, Rage of Doom. Interesting. I like that.
Yep. Ultron versus Doom.
I can't believe we haven't gotten that much. And then we have Daredevil.
Stephanie Phillips, still on it.
Alias, Jessica Jones. Okay.
Sam Humphries. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
And it's Red Band. I like how Marvel's going heavy into the Red Band comics. Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon.
Yep, continuing. That's all. It feels like Armageddon's gonna be a Wolverine Captain America story.
Yeah, it was up X-Men Superfan. So then we have Captain America. Again, I am so happy I kept this book on my pull list because it is so good.
Yep.
That is so. And there's an Ultimate Farewell cover for Ultimate Cap by Phil Noto. Amazing. That's actually really cool.
Yep.
And we have...
Nobody's getting a one-shot done by Jean Louis Yang. I am definitely getting that.
All right. And it's it's Jubilee. And then it's okay, Sparkle Fingers. And then X-Men United with Captain America. Interesting. Magic Colossus.
Yeah, those Sparkle Fingers thing and detonate big explosives in your face, dude.
Okay. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. So then we have Magic King Colossus, and I'm like, after that last Magic thing. Oh boy. Rogue. I haven't checked it out, but I've heard it's interesting.
It only just started.
Cyclops.
Cyclops is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I will say I like how each of the individual X-Men characters that people like are getting their own like books.
Minis,
like, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, even if it's minis, I'm like, okay. Inglorious X-Force, it's pretty dope. I'm like,
Archangel again, though. Archangel again.
Yep. Well, to be fair, though, it might touch back to what was once set up, which is that technically he goes back and forth between Angel and Archangel, remember?
He does, but it gets annoying after a while, you know?
Can I say something? There's way too many X books.
Yeah, why dude? They have to flood the market with something, remember? So they could still be number one.
And Storm. I have Storm on my pull list. I like Storm. It's Storm and Emma Frost were the only like X books I had on my pull list. So okay. Generation X-23.
Hold on. Is Emma Frost and Iron Man still together in main continuity, or was that
no? They got divorced a while back.
Okay, thank you.
After Krakoa.
Yeah, Wade Wilson, Deadpool. Okay.
Hey, it's Benjamin Percy, dude.
Yeah, there you go. That's the magic word. X-Men. Nope. By even if it was Jed McKay.
I'll be honest. Alden Ahmed on Wolverine has been really good.
Yeah, I've heard that's really good, and of course they have an homage, goodbye to Ultimate cover by Domenico Cabron. Interesting. Wolverine versus Hercules and all that stuff. That's really cool. All right. Uncanny X-Men. My God, there's so many X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh my God, move on.
Gail Simone is returning to Deadpool for a one-shot.
April Fool's Day anthology, and who better than to star Deadpool?
April Fool's Day.
Apparently, a lot of these Marvel cosmic books, or if you keep going down to Planet She-Hulk, these cosmic books are ending already.
Can I say Planet She-Hulk is actually really good?
It's a shame they're ending it. They're ending these things.
Yeah, I'm like, why? This is actually some pretty good stuff. You're ending the good books.
Because they didn't do well as people thought, because Hickman no longer involved.
Yeah. Nova Centurion. Interesting.
That's been good. Imperial Guardians.
By the way, I dig Carol's new costume.
But again, look what they changed it to. A mini.
Ghost Rider, Amadeus Joe. Wait, I think that's Amadeus.
Yeah, it looks like. Wait, is that him or Hulkling?
It's Hulkling.
Oh, that's Hulkling? Okay, I thought that was Amadeus Joe. My fault.
Yeah. Doctor Strange teaming up with Angela. All right, interesting.
Remember, he's been the sorcerer. He's the sorcerer of Asgard, and he's been stuck there after the events of Thor's book.
Interesting. Wiccan,
The Witch's Road kind of feels like a retread of Agatha. But...
Sorcerer Supreme, the book that was spoiled, not by any creator, but by Steve Orlando's inclusion as the writer.
Yeah, even Steve himself was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, he can't. The thing is, I feel bad for him because you can't really avoid that. People are going to put two and two together.
Yep, Psylocke. The fact that, again...
What's up, William?
I got to be honest. I got you guys this when it comes to Psylocke. This is definitely one of those things where it's like, what do you do with this character? It's like, You can't go back to the idea of a white woman possessing an Asian woman's body. Can we agree to that? You can't go back to that.
Yeah, that would make you Twitter going nuts.
But when people think about Psylocke, they think of her as a hot Asian, but they also think about her as being Elizabeth Banks. Not Banks, Betty.
Elizabeth Banks.
Betty, whatever.
Now that's a Comics League slip if I've ever seen one.
Hey, not as bad as yours.
Not as bad as
Hey, I don't care. I only have like 1 or 2 every 3 years.
That last one was so huge, though. It's never going to be forgotten. To mixing up Jim Starlin with Joseph Stalin.
That will never not be funny.
Excuse. Mine, at least, was still a case of more understandable.
Yeah, sorry, Jay, but that's never going away.
But you get what I'm saying, though, right? It's like, it's how can you...
Side dimension rivals. Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. Marvel Rivals is doing another comic, Duel of Kings. Interesting. Kunlun, man. Again, when you look at how many books Marvel puts out, this is the only reason why they're above DC.
Frank Thierry is now. Wait a minute, Frank Thierry. That doesn't seem like Frank. That should be Orlando wrapping up the end 2099, not Frank. I think that's a screw up.
Yeah, the Punisher, amazing.
Benjamin Percy.
Yeah, Percy doing this. Yeah, exactly. It's so
I kind of hate that Percy's exclusive with Marvel now because his Rebirth books were very spot on.
Oh yeah, but I think it's going to take some time for him to feel comfortable going back there. But hey, at least he's doing manly man stuff at Marvel.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider.
What now? Black Widow may be ending next issue.
Yeah, and then we have Black Cat by
Black Cat is what I meant. That might be ending next issue.
Okay, cool. Null, okay.
Yeah, there's Resurrection of Null. They're setting that up. I think
he's already been resurrected. It's just him regaining his power. But we're going to have Queen in Black, so clearly it's going to amount to nothing.
Williamson Iron Man, ladies and gents. Hell yeah.
Now, here's a big question. Someone actually asked, how long do you think it's going to be this is going to last before they then end it and launch with a new #1, but with Williamson still on it? I give it 25-30.
I'd say that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be just like what happened with Thor and Hulk.
Yeah, I would give you that. I'll give you that. Moon Knight by Jed McKay. I love how Jed McKay has survived as the writer of like 3 relaunches of Moon Knight.
Yep.
Like anyone else would have been dropped. That's all I can say on that.
Fantastic.
Everyone else has been dropped.
Fantastic Four, The Return of Malice. Interesting.
Again, that's influenced by Rivals.
The most popular skin in Marvel Rivals.
Until Rogue came about.
Yeah, exactly. Logan, Black, White, and Blood. Of course, we have more of the color gimmick books.
Mortal Thor, still loving that.
Loving it.
Hulk smashes everything.
Yeah.
Infernal Hulk. We get the Hellbuster armor, and from what they've been teasing, we're going to have Infernal Hulk is going to deal with all the Hulks inside.
Okay, that's cool. Then we got the Silver Surfer
facsimile.
Oh, I'm so getting this. My lady, Ms. Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Spider-Man Noir facsimile. Godzilla Infinity
Roar, which is the follow-up to Destroys the Marvel Universe.
Pretty cool. Alien King Killer.
Interesting.
I do like that.
Predator. You can't go wrong with a Predator book.
You can't. So some people have gone wrong, though.
Planet of the Apes Fantastic Four, I'm still curious about.
Yeah, I'm like, how is that going to go? It's like,
because they're dealing with the Red Ghost, who has his gorillas.
Now, hold on. Before we move forward, have y'all seen the trailer?
For
the next title under us.
Oh, yeah, Shadow Ball. No, I haven't yet. I have not yet.
It's good.
I've heard it. Good. Oh, and look who's writing it.
Let me see. Yep, it's gonna be good, ladies.
Writing the manliest character in Star Wars.
And Sci-Fi Center is trying to piss me off by saying Ms. Marvel, done by Tom King. Don't do that to me, William. Don't do that to me.
Good one, William. That's a good one.
Don't encourage him. A theme park is getting a comic. Oh boy.
And then we get to the collections.
Marvel Fanfare Omnibus, Marvel Fanfare Omnibus, X-Men Blue and Gold. Okay, cool. More X-Men
Zeb Wells omnibus run gets collected in the second omnibus.
Nope, not interested. Reign of X.
The Age of Krakoa, I will say this: the Age of Krakoa had potential, but after Hickman left the book, it was dead.
Yeah, I was done.
Let's be honest.
Dark Droids. Okay, Poe Dameron. I didn't even know Poe Dameron had his own book.
Yep, he did. He pretty good, lengthy run, 31 issues.
Deadpool role plays the Marvel Universe. Oh, that's good. I love that. Ultimate Black Panther is getting a fourth trade. Ultimate Spider-Man's getting a fourth. It's probably all the conclusion stuff. Battle World, I'll get this because it has my lady as her proper costume. I like that.
Yep.
Marvel Zombies.
Red Band.
All right. Punisher Red Band. Yes. Brainbleed. That's such a good series so far, by the way.
Spider-Man 94 was, why Moreland? Why Moreland?
Yeah. Spider-Man. So it wasn't that good?
It was all right. It was all right. I don't get why Moreland. That was, again, that would have been like would have brought Cassandra Nova in the first season of X-Men 97.
Now hold on. Even though it didn't feel it gave you a similar vibe to the show. At least it did that much.
A little, but it just jumped too far ahead.
Yeah.
Especially when the last thing they tapped into in 94, in that cartoon, was the Clone Saga.
Which was a very loose adaptation, fun fact.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a collection of all of the all the special color books.
Black, white, and blood, and guts.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Star Wars New Republic, a Chaos Agent,
yada.
Undead Iron Fist, Bring on the Bad Guys. Okay, I don't know.
That was all right. That was an all right thing.
And then X-Men from the Ashes, boring, honestly.
Yeah, it's called an Infinity comic.
Secret Invasion, New Avengers. I have this in the omnibus. It's actually pretty fun. Annihilation, Epic Collection. I may have to pick that up. Doctor Doom, Revelation.
Micronauts.
Okay, and then we have Amazing Spider-Man.
Nothing can stop the Juggernaut. That's a classic story.
Then we have, there's a lot of stuff.
Oh, no, that's everything. And then that's just what dates they come out.
Oh, they didn't have any pictures for the rest of the stuff.
No. That's telling you what the dates are of the releases.
Oh, okay, yeah. Overall, pretty fun stuff.
DC better, so beats out.
DC destroyed, because at least DC has variety, X-Men.
Again, they need something to fill up so they can keep being number one.
This is why,
did you already cover DCU news before I got here?
No, we're about to. This is why, again, when I first met Britt, and she used to tell me that Marvel seems to have their stuff together, that's what I used to always say. Don't be so sure, lady.
When you first told us that, I thought
you were all like, child. What? You were all like, no.
I said that. You sweet summer child.
Jinx, you'll be a bit.
No, I said it first. I
claimed it.
No, I said it first a while back.
Rewind the stream. But yeah, so then let's get to our next topic. So yeah, DC destroyed. So
transition
the Invincible trailer. So we're finally getting to the freaking Viltrumite War. About time. Which I'm excited for that because that was epic. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm concerned about. Because that ends with Mark coming back and Adam Eve is let's say more heavy, and I'm concerned about how Twitter's going to react to that.
Well, people already knew this was coming.
Still,
and they also already know the next time she dies, she's going to reset back to being hot again.
Also, you know what else is coming up?
We know. They don't know, but we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
The graping of Mark Grayson. I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
How are they gonna do that? I'm like, oh.
No, I'm not gonna make that tarantula joke. I'm not doing that.
That's and they're not gonna skip it. You know they're not gonna skip it.
You know they're not. You know they're not.
I'm like, how are you gonna handle this?
They've been mostly consistent because again, Kirkman realized people don't want you to change drastically. They want you to change a little, but not like just borderline in name only.
I'm just concerned because I'm like,
my concern is that they're not going to they're going to undercut it. they're gonna try to downplay it.
Tevia says maybe they'll save it for season 5, but it happens in the material for season 4, right?
It's like the following arc, like once the main conflict is over after battle. Spoilers for a 20-year-old comic. After Thrag kills Battle Beast, there's a temporary surrender, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because of spoilers. And in order to assimilate with Earth and blend in and reassociate as refugees, they have to establish a partner to build up the population. That's the cleanest way I can say it without getting demonetized. And Anissa chooses Mark. That is all I'm going to say on that because I do not want to risk getting Jared demonetized.
Thank you for being considerate. But it's like overall, it looked pretty fun, and I'm excited for it.
Apparently, the Virtuemite War is going to last maybe 8 episodes, maybe.
That's the proper
the whole 8 episodes.
Because that lasted a long part of that omnibus.
Yeah, the Virtuemite War is an entire season in of itself. Like, let's be honest.
I have the compendiums.
Sure
yeah, if you were drafting the Viltrumite War from beginning to end, that's an entire season.
No, the question is, Robert, are those compendiums signed?
No. But I got them cheap.
All right, there you go. I got them cheap too, by the way. I have the one.
I got them for $15 each.
No, interesting. So overall, pretty exciting stuff. Now we're gonna get to DCU stuff. So Lobo, so they came up with a Lobo trailer, and it looks freaking dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's Momoa playing Lobo, of course.
The role he's born to play. Let's be honest.
There was plenty of Lobo-esness in Aquaman.
Yeah, I mean, look at that,
my man.
Yeah, I have to do it.
Roll the clip.
Where's that clip?
Okay.
Yep, pretty good, and he looked great as Lobo. He looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, and I like, again, the advantage that DCU has over the other attempts is that it's leaning in on the comic booky nature of the comic books that they're
compared to most other versions where it's trying to be, we're gonna just take it but make it better.
What do you expect? Spandex?
What do you expect? Black leather?
Yeah, exactly. I love that joke in that show.
I love that. I'm sorry. I will always then throw that back with that line. What did you expect? Black leather?
Yeah, that was such a great line in that. Thank you, Bo. But as far as Lobo looks and the Supergirl trailer, it's interesting. This is, again, I have a lot writing on this movie because if it's good and written well, that means the Wonder Woman movie is going to be written well. So it's
I know you can't risk watching it, showing it here due to copyright, but definitely check out the mall trailer when you get a chance, Jared. It's pretty good.
I'll check it out for sure because I heard it was good. So I'll check it out.
And then also just seeing Momoa come out of the trailer smoking a stogie, I'm already like, that's Lobo already.
And how he comes through on the motorcycle that's on fire. I'm like, yeah.
Perfect casting. Casting, if I've ever seen it.
The guy is Lobo in his private life, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like,
I just love when he sees someone with a stogie like that.
That's Lobo for you. That is 110% Lobo right there.
And you bastitch.
Yeah, he needs to say bastitch. Please say bastitch.
Or frag it. Frag. Frag.
The other thing I want to bring up, you guys need to check out, if you guys ever haven't, find on YouTube because they have a YouTube thing. Check out the Krypton Lobo because they also did a pretty decent portrayal of Lobo where he's demented and crazy.
Yeah,
in the Krypton series.
The fact that he said finally, it's like, yes, he's been waiting how long for this?
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
10 years for this role.
That's the role that he thought they were bringing him in for when he was cast as Aquaman. They're like, I'm going to play. He's literally like, you want me to play who?
And that was probably Gunn told him, if you stick around, you'll finally get to be Lobo.
It's remember when he did that video saying, F yes? That's probably when they told him you're going to play Lobo.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, overall it looks pretty dope. And yeah, as far as like content and who won, easily DC, easily.
Now, like I said, people are still bringing up. Oh boy, the fact there are still people who are trashing Andy Muschietti despite it.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Talk about it.
So Christina Hodson is writing the Batman Brave and the Bold trailer. Movie. And here's the thing: people are bringing up like the Flash and stuff and background stuff, but I'm like,
the writing was not the problem with Flash.
And even if you want to say the writing was okay, here's the thing: the writing of Batman was not the problem.
Yeah, or Supergirl or some of the others, but yeah.
So it's like, yeah, go ahead.
It was a poor adaptation of Flashpoint. It was a rushed reboot. You didn't even use Eobard Thawne in one of the most iconic roles he plays in.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, the whole thing was in production hell for 7 years, and the thing was gonna flop regardless.
Yeah.
But I will give you one caveat. Ezra Miller did not help the situation at all.
Well, yeah.
One caveat in this crap Sunday.
But and here's the other thing is, even with Birds of Prey, she was restricted.
Yeah, okay, but let's be honest. Studio interference aside, the fact that a Harley Quinn movie would sell better than a Birds of Prey movie is ridiculous. And two, it was just a Deadpool 2 ripoff.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I understand where they were coming from, because it's like a Birds of Prey movie. The general audience is not going to know what the hell the Birds of Prey are. And they were banking off the fact that Harley was super popular after Suicide Squad. So I understand from that perspective. The other thing, though, is like then you have to understand that's like you may have got a little too. What, Robert? What?
You want to know what WB's argument was to not have a comic accurate Cassandra Cain?
Oh God, what?
Oh God!
They wanted a different, more grounded role for the character to serve as the emotional anchor for Harley Quinn.
Jared, do I have permission to curse?
I have a better clip, Jahid. Replace Trinity's head with the WB logo. Yeah,
it was WB. This was WB. Now, not DC.
Actually, wait, I have a perfect clip for that.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
This was WB, not DC.
Well, of course it's not DC. So it's
and of course, the other reason also is because they didn't want the people to think, oh, she's going to be Batgirl. That's the other reason, because they were working on the other Batgirl movie. That's the other reason why.
That's where we got that crime against humanity. Wow.
So yeah, it was both to make her an emotional anchor and to not make confused people with like, wait, she's supposed to be Batgirl, isn't she?
Let's also remember at the time, the trope of a character that has a kid sidekick was made popular by Mandalorian.
Kick-Ass.
And Kick-Ass, yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
like, I understand it, but I'm like, that's the reasoning why. Wow.
So again, and let's be honest, you know what worked in Birds of Prey? A Batman villain, Black Mask.
Yep. So I want to see, and again, what worked in the Flash? The Batman stuff.
Yep. Even Harley herself
up,
wasn't
Dave?
bad.
Good to see you,
in
Dave.
Birds of Prey.
Long time no see, Dave. How you doing? But yeah, but it's like that sounds like something WB would do, particularly WB at this point. Because remember, this was the old regime that like basically said that they canceled New Gods, the movie that was being written by Tom King and Ava DuVernay, because Zack Snyder used Darkseid in the Snyder Cut.
And here's something else that gets to me. Why are people still holding Andy Muschietti this against him when, again, he just did it? Welcome to dinner. He's now even more like if there's a good chance he might not do it because he did too much command.
Do you know
Andy Muschietti isn't the problem. For all intents and purposes, Andy made the best out of a bad situation. Can we all agree on that?
Well, here's the one point I will give people. Him coming out and trying to explain the CGI as, oh, that was intentional, doesn't help.
No, it is not.
Also, Dave brings up a good point. She wrote Bumblebee.
Some would argue it was mid.
They call themselves Decepticons. Am I the only one not noticing this?
That was the perfect line. I'm like, she wrote Bumblebee, one of the best, if not the best, Transformers movies. Not counting Transformers 1.
She said one of, J-Heat, not the.
One of. I said one of, if not the. But I'll go with one of. Let me put it to you that way.
Transformers 86 is a masterpiece, and you can quote me on that.
If you like Robot Snuff, half the characters die in that.
J-Heat. He's got you there, J-Heat.
All the characters die in that.
Let's kill characters off so we can bring in the next line of toys.
I'll admit it's an edge. I'll admit it's a slaughter fest. Don't get me wrong, but the nuance, but the narrative is solid through and through.
Oh yeah, and it set up stuff that's been constantly reused, right down to Optimus' death.
Like Unicron, I know.
No, I was going more talking about Optimus' death.
I love how Optimus has become the Superman of the Transformers universe.
He's the Jesus.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it because
remember, I died for your sins.
Yeah, in every version of Transformers, there has to be an episode or arc where Optimus dies.
Tevye, no, she did not write Rise of the Beast. That was some other writer. Rise of
the Beast was also fun, but it's like Bumblebee. Yeah, it's like she wrote Bumblebee. Call him the F down.
Oh boy, okay. She solo wrote Bumblebee. Rise of the Beast had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 writers.
Yeah, and also remember, the part of Bumblebee that everyone likes is the Cybertron parts. She wrote that.
And hey, she wrote some, and it was indicated for people say they don't mind the human characters.
It's one of the very rare times.
Because, the problem with the purpose of human characters and IPs like that is for the relatability factor. Mm-hmm. I know, I'm just explaining this for context. There you have to balance the relatability, the human characters with the actual IP themselves to make sure everything's coherent. If you do not have that proper balance, the human characters get very annoying very quickly.
Something else I just realized you also have to remember, Hudson was working off with Flash. She was working off a story provided to her by someone else.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, but again, Robert, you have too many people that are taking this from a very surface level and not researching into it.
I'll admit, given her public track record, I would be understandably concerned, but I'm not just going to outright dismiss her as a bad writer, because from what we have seen, a lot of studio interference was involved.
Oh, yeah.
Let me put it this way.
I'm being purely objective about it.
Let me put it this way. If Batman sucks, then we can attribute it to her, I think, at this point.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Exactly. But this is why I'm saying I'm willing to wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and if we remember that the post-credit scene, I forget where we made
it. What?
Future.
Wait, there was a post-credit? Are we talking about Bumblebee or are we talking about...
what are you talking about, Cameron? Specify.
And I'm the rare viewer who actually really likes the Flash movie. I like it too.
Okay, all right, Dave. I'll play devil's advocate with you. It's a decent film for what everyone wanted it to be, and all the build-up and this big. It has a lot of flaws, but if you take it for what it is, especially with Michael Keaton coming back as Batman, it's a decent film.
By the way, here's something else. People keep bringing up about her being involved with Fast X Part 2. That hasn't even gone into production yet.
Okay.
And she wrote
a Batman Beyond script. Hold on.
No. I said, wait, what? I said Fast X. I said Fast X.
No, Robert, read Hunter Iggy's 2762's comment.
Wait. Okay, let me look.
Oh yeah, she also did write a Batman Beyond script that was not used.
Wait, I'm trying to look that up.
While we're waiting on that.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Yes, she worked on the Gotham City corner of DC before, having written a Batman Beyond script that earned a lot of praise. Oh yes, she was working on the script that was supposed to have Keaton involved. Remember, there was all that rumors.
Really?
She was working on that, and then it got dropped. Of course, you want to hear people are going to say, "Oh, they probably dropped it because it sucked." No, that's not why they dropped it.
There's a lot of reasons why WB dropped that. So.
And again, competition ego notwithstanding, but there is more than one reason.
Again, it's WB being WB. What are you gonna do?
And it was meant to be a spinoff of Batgirl, since that got dropped too.
Yeah, exactly. Which the Batman Beyond script and never came out for the animated movie.
Because they never went to script, have ya?
No, that
one was dropped entirely.
That was pitched.
That was just. That was just concept art.
Yeah, it never even went to script writing.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
so
no,
it's like,
Tevye, no, this was not the animated movie, Tevye.
No. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about that pseudo sequel to that Return of the Joker that never got made. Tevye is talking about that.
No, he's talking about the one that was going to be quasi Spider-Verse.
Okay.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Which, it's amazing how many times we almost got a Batman Beyond project. Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Yeah, exactly.
Because Batman Beyond is really just DC's Peter Parker. If we're really being, we know it's true, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy a Batman Beyond movie. Yeah, he's exactly. DC's Peter Parker, but that doesn't make any.
But he's also one of the few people can accept as being. Unfortunately, you have to accept the notion that Bruce is always going to be miserable.
As much as I love Terry, can he carry his own movie? What can is the Batman name.
Yeah, and Terry can't. Terry is a strong enough character as long as you have him written well. He can.
With a good enough script.
And a good enough Bruce.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, the ideal has long since passed away, going on 4 years.
Dude, why? Why'd you have to remind us of that?
Hey, if you're going to bring up Batman Beyond, Kevin Conroy is going to be in the conversation. I don't know what to tell you.
R.I.P. But yeah, so I think that's a good place to leave it. All right, so we had a great stream today, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about He-Man, the Master of the Universe. Britt and I will be going live at 9:30, somewhere in there, to talk about Superman and Wonder Woman compared to the Silver Surfer and his love interest. Wonder Woman, Amazon Answers. I'm going to be talking about. I think I'll do either Black and Gold or Odyssey of the Amazons. I'll decide on that. And then let's see what else. Wonder Woman Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about the Tomorrowverse Wonder Woman. And then let's see what else. That's about all I got. So, Robert, how about you, man?
Got links down below. I got some more PTNs that I'm building up to a unique live event and live PTN that I just could not avoid. The 666 lesson. I can't avoid that.
Here we go. What about you, Jay?
As for me, I'll be collaborating with Teladia on a New Year's Dragon Ball panel and a reactive live stream going live tomorrow. At least for my time zone, it'll be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to check that out and react with us, I'd greatly appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much for enjoying us tonight.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe. Back Athena, the goddess of thunder, right below. And we will see you guys later. Stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane, and Steve Trevor belongs in a hydraulic press.
Excelsior!
We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.